What's going on, everybody? Jared here. We are about to get started. I got obviously some tech issues on my side again, but we will get this up and going. JBuck Live, Tuesday night. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Let me know who's here in the chat, and we will kick right into the intro here in just a second. All right, let's kick into it. The start of JBuck Live. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to JBuck Live, Tuesday night, your live show of movie news, shenanigans, and a whole bunch of other random stuff. What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining us for this week's show. And you know what? We have another technical advancement of the show. There's a little bit of soft background music. If you don't like it, screw you. We'll get rid of it next week. But we're trying something a little bit new with some background. Just listen. Yeah, you can listen to it. Anyways, I thought it'd add some nice ambiance and whatnot. But who do we got here? We have Jennifer. We have Toast Media. What's going on, Toast? Cody Michael, who was just here visiting me, actually, yesterday. We filmed something fun with him. We have Skull Queen and Jaren Talks Movies. What is going on, everybody? What have you been up to in this last week? You know, obviously, if you're here in the U.S., you're still stuck inside and everything like that. But, what's going on? For myself, like I said, my two moderators and good friends, and also, basically podcast buddies, Seth and Cody, they were here last night, and we hung out, had a bunch of deep dish pizza. We also filmed another episode of Shot Ones, which you haven't even seen the first episode because I haven't edited it yet. But yeah, we did a nice fun episode of Shot Ones. We got a little tipsy, we ate a bunch of pizza, and yeah, some good stuff. Yeah, some people are wet, according to the chat, about this background music. It's very calming and whatnot. I don't know. We'll see if this works. If not, I'll try to get some different music moving forward. But yeah, they came down, they visited, we hung out, we played Overcooked. Have you guys ever played Overcooked? Essentially, it's a 1 to 4 person game. You're in a kitchen and you make orders. Essentially, it's like Burger Dash, but way more difficult. Like, you're trying not to make the kitchen burn down. You're making onion soup, mushroom soup. You're making burgers. You're frying up some fish. If no one knows what this game is, it's very fun. It's a very fun party game. And honestly, it's a bit stressful. Like last night, we were trying to get as many tips as we could for our kitchen to advance, get 3 stars, but we just couldn't do it. And, the funny thing is, at one point, we completely forgot that there was a soup on the stove and burnt half the kitchen down. So it was pretty fun. I think maybe in the future it'd be fun if I actually did some streaming of that so you guys could see how ridiculous we got. Yeah, I think that'd be really funny. But yeah, Shot Ones, a show where it's essentially, it's inspired by, AKA it's a ripoff of Hot Ones, but it's in pre-production. I got to go through and edit all of that. But what are you guys saying in the chat? That deep dish pizza was chef's kiss. Yes. This game is incredible. Play with your friends. Yeah, go play Overcooked, people. It's crazy. And William Nash has to say, is that your cat on the xylophone? Yes, it is. Yes. If you just listen, that's my cat right there. He's playing. He's actually right off screen. He's DJing and mixing. He's the PA for all of this and everything like that. But obviously, we're going to get into the show, JBuck Live. I wouldn't say that news is too crazy this week. We might have a little bit more fun with this show. Next week I wrote down a bunch of stuff that I want to do and add to the show. Obviously, background music was one of the things, and then also a few other things. But you can see the rundown. We got the quickies, we got the trailer talk, New Mutants and Tenet, we'll get to that, and then some Comic-Con news as well. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we could probably just get into it, and if we're shy of an hour, we can always cut this short. But for everyone that's new to this show, thank you so much for watching. There's 13 of you guys. Thank you so much. We got Mike Media. What is going on? Imagine doing cocaine while watching Uncut Gems. Yes, imagine. Honestly, that's what they probably did while filming it, writing it, all of it, because that is one hell of a stressful movie if you ask me, which you're not. But yeah, I don't know if I could watch that movie right now. I'm very much like on edge doing a bunch of stuff. Another fun thing, Film Speak, Griffin from Film Speak, he was kind enough to invite me over this morning to his news show. So if you want to watch even more news as we dive into kind of like analytical, you know, we're going to touch on news in this show, but if you want more of a deep dive, jump over to Film Speak, give him a follow, give him a like, Film Speak. But yeah, he's doing a live show every now and then, and it's great. He invited me over. But let's see, what are you guys saying? I don't think we'll be alive by the time New Mutants comes out. Well, you know what, Crunchy? We will find out. We will get into that later on in the show. But without further ado, we're going to get into the first segment of the show, which is always the fun part, the quickies. So without further ado, let's jump right into the quickies. All right, people, so we are in the quickies. Oh my gosh, I had a brain fart right there. We are in the quickies portion of JBuck Live, which is the part of the show where we quickly go over some news items. I mean, some stuff that we might sit on a little bit longer, some other stuff that, you know, maybe is just a quick headline. But this is the fun news items that I found this week, you know, just some stuff that, you know, I thought would be fun to talk about, just some quick stuff to talk about. So without further ado, the first thing that's up, and I'm actually really excited for this movie. So the 1995, I think it was 1995, Mortal Kombat movie. They're remaking, not exactly remaking that one, but they're making, according to Louis Tan, a hard R rating Mortal Kombat movie. I don't know, I think this comes out in 2021 or 2022. Really depends on kind of like what the schedule is with shooting and everything. But Louis Tan came out and said that they are not holding back for this movie. Apparently the fatalities in this are very gruesome in the movie that they're working on, and he said, quote, "There were some days on set that I felt sick." It could have been from the fatalities, it could have been from the, you know, special effects, or it could have been the craft services. Honestly, who knows? But he is saying that this Mortal Kombat movie is going to be badass. If anything, it's just going to be people ripping arms off and hitting each other with it. So are you guys looking forward to the old Mortal Kombat movie that's coming out? I think from what it sounds like, these people are going to probably take some care to it. I just don't know about the actual lore. I'm sure that the fighting and special effects and everything are going to be wild in that, but we will see. We will see what comes of that. Yeah, let's get some babalities and some brutalities and some friendships in there as well. Maybe in the sequel we'll get that. Another thing, Godzilla versus Kong. So we got the first image of this awesome action-packed fight of the century. You know, we have King Kong, the monkey, the ape, going up against the giant lizard man, Godzilla. This is the first image that I was able to find, and boom, in all of its glory, King Kong punching Godzilla in the face. It looks like they're fighting atop an aircraft carrier. Are you guys excited for this movie? Not excited? I think that it's going to be absolutely bonkers, because the thing is... Oh, thank you, Film Geeks. Thank you. What's up, Jared? With how 2020 is going, do you think you could get new releases in theaters before the year is up? So... let me finish this King Kong thing, and then I will answer that question, Film Geeks. But thank you so much for the donation. But yeah, King Kong, Godzilla, kicking some ass. This looks awesome. My only nitpick is, you know what, they gotta throw on some boxing gloves on this character, because I want to see King Kong come into the ring with huge boxing gloves on and just pummel him. Looking at that image, though, it doesn't look like Godzilla has much of a reach on him, so I don't know. Which team are you on? Are you on Team Godzilla? Are you on Team King Kong? Do you want them to come together and fight a bigger, badder baddie, essentially? I'm assuming that that's how the movie is going to go. The first part, they're going to, you know, be at odds against one another, then they're going to come together and fight a third party. But are you guys excited for the Monsterverse? Just big old dumb action. Let's go back to that question, though. Film Geeks, what's up, Jared? With how 2020 is going, do you think we'll get new releases in the movie theater before the year is up? Yes and no. I think that, I mean, we've already gotten a handful of new releases in these last couple weeks, but there have been smaller movies. Like, there was that Steve Carell Irresistible movie that came out that I didn't go to. I don't think anyone else really went to, but those are kind of the movies that I think we're going to get, is smaller budget, maybe indie type movies. Maybe November, December, I think we could potentially get some of these bigger movies. I think that Tenet, we'll get to that later, but I think that that one might show up if they're going to hit that 2020 date. I think that they will try to throw that in November, December, I don't know. We will get to that later, but thank you so much for the super chat. Very much appreciated. It's looking like I'm a hater for this stupid Monsterverse, but that pick is pretty sick. Yeah, Cody, the pick of Godzilla beating up Kong looks awesome. Yeah, it sounds like you guys are kind of looking forward to it. It looks really cool. So we got some Team Godzilla in there. We got some we got some Team Kong. We got Skull Queen coming in here. Team Mothra coming in here. Yeah, show that Mothra love. Yeah, King Kong versus Godzilla versus King Kong, whatever it is. First image looks awesome. Very much excited for it. Here's some unfortunate news. Conjuring fans, Conjuring 3 has been delayed until 2021. Yes, the Conjuring movie that has one of the worst subtitles ever, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I think you should change it to Jesus Made Me Do It. I think I would go to that movie over The Devil Made Me Do It, but it's being delayed to June 4th, 2021. Are you guys upset about The Conjuring being moved from this year? Surprise, surprise. All of the movies this year are going to be delayed. Most likely. The Conjuring, though, I think the core Conjuring films have kind of worked. I think maybe one of the Annabelle ones kind of had worked, but I'm not a big fan. I'm a big old scaredy cat when it comes to those. So Conjuring 3, I'm sorry for you Conjuring fans out there. It is being delayed. Oh my God. Okay. So Grease, the fantastic musical, John Travolta, Grease Lightning, all of that, Danny and Sandy. News is coming out that they want to make a prequel of that summer that Danny and Sandy met called Summer Lovin'. Yes, this movie is in development. Apparently, executives are saying that this is a fantastic idea to make this Grease prequel called Summer Lovin'. And quote, they say that they want to make this into some sort of cinematic franchise or world. So are they going to make Summer Lovin' followed by Grease Lightning, followed by Beauty School Dropout? Like, are they gonna have this, just every song they're gonna have and focus on one character? I think that this is honestly ridiculous. But yeah, it says that it is following the story of Danny and Sandy as they met in the summer, which honestly, if you're looking at it, it's the same thing as, hold on a sec. The stupid ad was playing. It's the same thing as Dirty Dancing. It's literally Dirty Dancing. So that's what that movie apparently is. But the one thing that does have me here is the director of Hearts Beat Loud, which I watched earlier this year, which I absolutely loved, from 2018, I believe. Go check that movie out. The director, Brett Haley, is in charge of this movie. Aside from that, I am not looking forward to this. I think that this is crazy. Yeah, the background music was going bonkers, man. I think that they were playing an ad, and I didn't like that at all. So we will fix that next week. But yeah, Summer Lovin'. We got some Conjuring. What do you guys say in the chat? I keep forgetting The Conjuring, but they really do have solid horror films. Oh God, thank you. Scared. Grease. Yeah, Grease was getting rebooted. Nope, it's we're going with a prequel instead of a reboot. So definitely a little crazy for sure. All right, there we go. Background music is back. Technical difficulties as always, but let's see what you guys are saying. Yeah, they're just MCU and everything. Yes, Liam, I very much agree. Yeah, Jen. Yeah, Jen, there was an ad playing, so I had to mute it. Sorry. Let's see, what else we got here? The Old Guard. Netflix movie came out. Everyone was popping off about it. Everyone was loving it. Or at least that's what they say. Netflix has claimed that within the first, week and a half that this movie, The Old Guard, has been on the platform. It's already in the top 10 most streamed on the platform. And according to their analytics, which, who knows, maybe you accidentally click play and that's a play in their book. But they're saying within the next 4 weeks, roughly 72 million households, not people, households, will have watched The Old Guard, which obviously sets up the fact that they're trying to make a sequel into a trilogy, and Charlize Theron has already kind of teased at what the second film could potentially be, something that's kind of a post-credits of the first film. Are you guys excited for The Old Guard to be a trilogy? Do you think that Netflix is very much skewing the numbers to say that this summer blockbuster of sorts is actually bigger than it actually is? Let me know in the chat. I don't know. I mean, I like The Old Guard, but I didn't think that it was, amazing. And Netflix, who knows what their numbers are? I mean, it's funny because they're a publicly traded company, but they don't strategically or clearly say what a watch technically means. Is it 10 minutes, 5 minutes, you just click play? Is it all the way through? No one really knows. Let's see here. Well, they had a musical on Fox not too long ago. Yeah, that's true. They did Grease live. I will say that. Dude, not everything needs to be a sequel. Yep, totally agree. We need Atomic Blonde and John Wick crossover. What do you guys think? Yes, Toast Media, 100%. Give me that John Blonde or that Atomic Wick, one of the two. I think that would work in a fantastic, cool crossover franchise and whatnot. Cody coming in with the hot takes here, and I love it. I love it here because he's a numbers guy like me. There's no way that many people are watching these Netflix movies. Those numbers are hilarious. Yes, 72 million households within the next 4 weeks because they're projecting it. I think that it's crazy. I think that honestly, every time a movie auto plays, then they count it. They count it as a play. I don't know. I'd be curious to go see what the other movies of these top 10 most streamed are, because this movie came out a week, 2 weeks ago, and it's already in the top 10, so I'm curious on what other movies. Probably Six Underground is up there too. Here's a cool thing. Walmart. I think I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but Walmart is currently in the process of changing doing this cool thing where I guess 160 different Walmarts across the country are going to essentially change their parking lots into drive-in theaters. It'll take place from August to October this year. More details, though, on what movies, locations, times, and where these essentially drive-in movie theaters in Walmart parking lots, because I think that they're going to project the things on the side of their buildings. More details will come actually next week, and you can go to walmartdrivein.com to check on that information. I'm sure next week I'll give an update about this, but I think it's cool that Walmart, even though they might not be the best company, they're very much for profit and whatnot, but if they're making these drive-in movie theater experiences for people to go out to the movie theaters, I'm excited for it. Let me know if you guys have you guys gone to drive-in movie theaters this year? I know that I keep checking the drive-in theater and what they're playing around here lately, but there hasn't been anything that's really grabbed me that really I want to go to. I know my sister and her boyfriend, they actually texted me today, and I'm very jealous, but they are going to Back to the Future tonight at a drive-in theater, and I think that they have a place that actually has a menu and whatnot that is kind of catered towards the movie. I will get a follow-up for sure, but I'm very jealous that they're going to be able to see Back to the Future in a drive-in movie tonight. Very cool, very cool. And then the last thing for the news, because I don't want to read this other thing, I don't think it's really news, but a fun thing, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. People out there, big fans, I love the movie. I know a few people in the chat probably love Scott Pilgrim versus the World, but the cast, almost all of them got together and did a fun table read kind of interview, redo of the movie over Zoom, I think, and you can watch the full thing over on Entertainment Weekly, I believe, on their YouTube channel. It's 90 minutes, I think, and all of the money that they raised was for charity for Water for People, I believe. But yeah, really cool, really cool. really cool that they got all of the people back for that to kind of just go through a table read. I mean, it's funny to see all of these celebs in quarantine mode and stuff like that. So what are you guys saying? The Old Guard was very good. Yep. Theron was great. Yep, agree with you, William Nash. It was a nice action movie, that's for sure. That sounds a shame. I'm English and not American. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Liam. Yep. Never been to a drive-in theater. Wow, Toast Media. You got to get to those drive-in theaters, my man or woman. Jennifer, I've never been, but always wanted to. Yep. Oh my gosh, I want to go. Love that movie. I do. Yeah, so drive-in movie theaters. Again, I will probably have an updated story for this to kind of let you guys know which movies are coming out and whatnot. But yeah, that's kind of the quickies for this week. We had Walmart drive-ins, we had Scott Pilgrim, the Conjuring, the Old Guard, Grease prequel, which, come on, and then Mortal Kombat along with Godzilla versus King Kong. Which one jumps out at you? I mean, again, some fun movie news, nothing too crazy. But without further ado, if none of you guys have anything to add to this conversation when I take a drink, and you guys can listen to these dulcet tones in the background. But that is the quickie section of the show, and we will thwith out of this section. Alright guys, so yeah, that was the quickies portion of the show. Just quick news items really thrown at you. Dive into them a little bit. But the next part, one of your guys' favorite parts, is we're going to get into trailer talk. And here we go.
See you later, Eddie, Mama, Bubba, Jim, Big Jim, Little Jim, Slim Jim, everybody. I'll see you later, Chow Ding.
Alright guys, we are in trailer talk, the part of the show where we're talking about new movie trailers that came out. There's only a couple this week, and one of them dropped today, the other one dropped a week ago, I believe, or a little over a week ago. So the first one we will jump over, and the first one is one that dropped today, and it is called Rogue. And this new movie looks like, honestly, just a complete throwaway movie. So apparently it takes place over in like Africa, I believe, or it didn't really say. But this movie is apparently following a mercenary for hire. Her name is Samantha O'Hara, played by Megan Fox, who battles a group of kidnappers and a ruthless lion. Yep, right there on the screen you can see the lion. Looks like they're smuggling children and money and whatnot, but the girl, Samantha O'Hara, has to rescue the governor's daughter, which honestly sounds like a plot line from a Resident Evil video game. But the one thing that I think is, again, this looks like a throwaway generic action movie, but the thing is that they're it's almost like The Predator, where these two, like the kidnappers versus the mercenaries, with the lion being the third party just taking people out. But if you see that picture of the lion, if it comes back up for you guys, look at the lion. They need to throw that some beach back into the oven and render that lion maybe 2-3 more times, because that thing looks superimposed on the screen. I think that, yeah, this is just going to be a ridiculous movie. It comes out on VOD, I believe, on August 28th. What do you guys think? Look at that lion. Whew! That lion is superimposed on that screen. Cody has to say, I swear I saw Megan Fox in that still and immediately went hard pass out loud. Yeah, this definitely does not look like a great movie. Yes, Jennifer, you are hitting it correctly with meh. Meh indeed. So yeah, Rogue. Rogue is the brand new trailer that came out today with a lion that is very much CGI. You can tell, CGI to the max. But the next trailer we got is a cool one, and I'm very excited for this one. So I don't know if you guys got to see this one, but it is called Project Power. And essentially it's a Netflix movie, and it's like superhero type stuff. So essentially it's a Netflix drug runners, or it's drug runners are pushing something called power, or referred to as power. And essentially it's a pill that you take, and some sort of superpower comes out of you for 5 minutes. And each person is different. You could have super strength, you could turn invisible, you could have fire, you could fly, I'm assuming. But this looks like they took Dredd, mixed with X-Men, mixed with like a buddy cop movie, because Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt are going at it. They're kind of going after these drug runners, essentially, of this power material or power supplement or whatever. It looks crazy. But also Dominique Fishback is in this movie. It comes out August 14th. Just looking at these images, just looking at the first trailer, aside from that invisible dude, the invisible dude looks a little cheesy. But the rest of the stuff, with the bullet reflecting off of his face and the superpowers and whatnot, like, I'm down for this movie. I'm very excited to see kind of what this has in store. It looks cool, and I think that this could potentially bring it's almost like Infamous. If you ever played the video game Infamous, that's what this kind of reminds me of, and sets up a cool world, exactly what Cody is saying. This could be a super cool world to explore, especially if this first one does well and they branch off into a bunch of other people, or how each person has this unique power. Because, yeah, it shows a guy take a pill and then he bursts through the doors on fire, and then another dude that's, you know, just robbing banks because he's invisible. I'm excited for this movie. I'm very much looking forward to it. August 14th, like I said. Are you guys looking forward to Project Power, or are you looking forward to Rogue, or are you looking forward to neither of these ones? Which one are you looking forward to? Let me know in the chat. But, you know, one good one, one bad one. Not too bad for this week's trailers. But without further ado, we'll jump right back in, and that has been, or I mean, I'll wait until you guys throw some comments up, but that has kind of been trailer talk for this week. We have Rogue, a lion mercenary throwaway movie, and Project Power, something that looks pretty cool. Cool world. But yeah, let's jump out of this section because...
See you later, Eddie, Mama, Bubba, Jim, Big Jim, Little Jim, Slim Jim, everybody. I'll see you later, Chow Ding.
All right, so yeah, that was Trailer Talk, the portion of the show where we talk about trailers and whatnot. Yeah, some people are saying, honestly, neither. Some people are saying Project Power. Some people are saying no. No one's saying Rogue. No one wants to look forward to Rogue. But yeah, that's the trailers for this week. Before we jump into more of the show and into other stuff, let's throw it to our first commercial break. Have you been stuck inside, eating nothing but junk food, gaining that COVID-19? Well, today is the day to make a change. It's time to get sweaty with Steve.
Hey everyone, I'm Stevie Sparkles, creator of Sweating with Steve, and are you ready to get sweaty? 'Cause I am.
Sweating with Steve is the proven system to guarantee results with great exercises like the Yaaaayyy, the Rump Shaker, the Praise the Lord, and whatever that is.
Get it, people, get it. Really working up that sweat. Now it's time to ask yourself, are you ready to get sweaty?
Sweating with Steve, not guaranteed to show results. Please also follow our diet plans listed on sweatingwithsteve.biz. Don't go to sweatingwithsteve.com because that is an all-male adult website. Our lawyer said we needed to warn our customers ever since the incident. Get ready to get sweaty. Yay!
Do you want to look fly and hip like all of the cool kids? Well, head over to tpublic.com/user/JaredBuckendall to browse all of the designs JBuck Studios has to offer. Like this one, or even this one. Those, along with several other designs and products, including our holiday line, are always available. Again, head over to tpublic.com/user/JaredBuckendall and grab some merch today. Looking for the best electronics in town? Head down to Bob Lyons Electronics. At Bob Lyons, our prices are wild.
Ooh-wee, Bob Lyon here from Bob Lyons Electronics, and you see this 32-inch Panasonic TV at $199, we're slashing that down to $179. What about this Sony Walkman EX1WM at $80? We're gonna give that one to you for $74. What about this Motorola Pager at $135? We're gonna give it to you for $120 with 3 months free financing. Or this Panasonic video cassette player at a whopping $320. We're slashing that price. We're killing that price down to $270 just for you. Remember, I'm Bob Lyons. Head down to Bob Lyons Electronics today because all prices are wild.
Located at the corner of Walnut and Cherry, prices shown do not include taxes, rebates, or any other additions. Items may or may not have fallen off of a truck. Legally binding disclaimer, shop Bob Lyons.
All right, guys, we are back from the commercial break. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our great sponsors. But yeah, all right, we're gonna get into our first kind of topic, and again, it's something we've been talking about for weeks and weeks and weeks. Tenet. The first thing we're gonna talk about is Tenet, and then we're gonna move into New Mutants because that one has an interesting wrinkle for sure. So let's see if we can get this all up and going. Give me one sec. Tenet. Boom. Transition. All right, there we go. All right, so Tenet right now is the movie that everyone's waiting for. Everyone wants to see it. Everyone's looking forward to it. It's a movie that I very much want to see in the movie theaters and everything like that. But it's a thing where the studio has said now, or WB has now said, that it is delayed indefinitely, which means there's no date because they keep moving it about 2 weeks, a month, whatnot, and it's really frustrating to all of these other people. But the thing is, I mean, you can read through the story here and whatnot, but they are going to, here's a quote. WB came out, you know, they said that we're going to hold it or delay it indefinitely, and then they came out, we will share a new 2020, so that gives us hope here that it's going to come out in 2020, a new 2020 release date immediately for immediately? I can't read. It's not immediately. Eminently for Tenet, Christopher Nolan's wholly original and mind-blowing feature. We're not treating Tenet like a traditional, here's the thing, we are not treating Tenet like a traditional global day and date release, and our upcoming marketing and distribution plans will reflect that. You obviously can't see that because I didn't scroll down enough for you guys. But there's the full quote. So this is interesting, because they're saying it's not going to be a traditional release. And that would mean then that potentially it could be released in all of these other countries, all of these different territories, and not come to the U.S. until later. But the thing is, you got to look at the monies and whatnot. So the U.S. it roughly makes up, I crunched the numbers earlier, and roughly Nolan's previous films, the U.S. is roughly 1/3. International is about 2/3, and I'm curious on how much of that is in China, because this throws a whole nother wrinkle. Follow me here, I'm all over the place. China right now apparently has a regulation in place where movies longer than 2 hours aren't playing in the movie theaters. So that means that Tenet would not be released there. Take China box office off. If it's not being released in the US, that's our box office gone. It only leaves roughly, I don't know, take that 2/3 minus China out of there, you probably are getting 4/5 of that total international box office, and they need 800 million to essentially break even. So my thing is, do you guys think that Tenet will actually come out in 2020, or do you think that they should delay it until 2021? Because the thing is, I was doing a little bit more diving and digging, and this is a rumor. Follow me here. This is a rumor. This is not fact. This is not true. But there apparently are some dates that are floating around. So they're saying that the international overseas date for Tenet is going to be August 26th. And then a week later, here in the United States on Labor Day weekend, that's when Tenet would release. Now, do you think that these rumored dates are true, are false? You think that they are just completely crazy? I think that if they follow that quote here of this traditional global day and date, if they don't do that, yes, like all of you guys in the chat are saying, and I even tweeted about it as a joke, I said that this will be a very much pirated film. Like, people are going to try to watch this as much as they can. The thing is, it really depends on quality. Like, I hate to be that guy, and I don't like pirating. It's illegal. Don't do that. But if I could see this and everyone else in the world has seen it, US, we haven't, I'm going to try to watch it. That's just me, and I'm curious what you guys would. Some people are saying Tenet should be released next year. What if Tenet comes out and it just sucks? Yes, it could. Tenet is going to be pirated by millions. Yes, Dorito Chip Gamer, you are correct, because that's kind of the way that I'm leaning towards this, where people are going to come out of the woodwork and essentially just pirate this film because they either don't have the movie in their territory, or they are too cautious. And I'm not saying cautious, but they don't want to go out and essentially put themselves in risk by sitting in a movie theater that could or could not be clean. And then that raises a whole nother thing, is like, are the movie theaters going to be open then? Because the movie theaters are waiting for Tenet. So right now, the rumor here, August 26th and Labor Day weekend here in the United States. I think that they should just push it off until 2021. If not, try to do it November and December of this year. Not sure. Have you heard of the gangster action comedy Alfredo movie? Mike Medivia, I have not seen that one or heard of that one. Cody has to say, pirates and spoilers are going to be all over this movie if it gets released international first. Yes, 100%. And I think that that's going to be the same situation with Black Widow, Wonder Woman, anything. All of those movies are probably going to be delayed until next year. Any of those big blockbuster ones are going to be delayed for sure. Let's see here. I will do the same about watching it on the web. I think it's correct. Still on track for November 6th. Which one is that one? Watching it. Toast Media. Isn't Black Widow? Yeah, Black Widow. Black Widow hasn't entirely been delayed, so curious about that one. But yeah, Tenet right now, overseas, rumored, blah, 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 all these regulations. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, WB, I'm glad that they're not, like, essentially jerking our chain anymore and being like, next week. Like, the movie's done. I don't think that they will release it on streaming, because that definitely won't make 800 million worldwide. And then, yeah, there's even bigger problems with pirating if you can get it streaming and whatnot. Let's see here. Cody has to say, I don't mind waiting for the other countries having it first, but I hate when Twitter and YouTube flood with spoilers. Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is if people can get this early, then the floodgates, people jumping in anywhere and everyone on the live stream that people are talking about are going to be dropping spoilers and sending people stuff and whatnot. Yeah, I think that it will probably be a 2021 release date for myself. I think that that's what they need to do. And who knows? That's what some of you guys are saying. Yeah, Aja, what's going on, Aja? Tenet has to be released in 2021 because there are no available release dates left in 2020. The only spot that I think could potentially happen is if Tenet slides into Dune and Dune gets pushed off into next year. That would be the only case where I could see this one. So yeah, Tenet, God knows what happens. We're continuing with this news. Honestly, if Tenet news comes up next week, I'm not going to report on it because I am just tired. I just want to see the movie. Just let me see the movie. That's all I care about. Who cares? Be safe. Do what you need to do to make monies, save monies, all of that stuff. Next up, though, is New Mutants. And the reason we have this is a few different things. And let's see if I can get this, get the links correct. So, okay, so today, and I'll actually throw this up first. So today there was a New Mutants, apparently a New Mutants commercial. A commercial or promo popped up on someone's TV. They posted it on Reddit and they said, is this real? And the reason they're asking if New Mutants, if this is real, because the promo has the September 4th release date on it. Right now, it's supposed to be released theatrically. It's delayed. God knows what's going to happen with New Mutants. Somehow, it's going to show up on Quibi. But there's rumor of this footage and whatnot that it's going to come out on... hold on a sec. Did not mean to click that. It's supposed to come out on Disney Plus on September 4th, streaming. So we will see, like, I'll show it up, I'll show you, and show you if it's fake or not. So this is the what is playing right now is that trailer that people recorded. Now, it very much does look fake, in my opinion. The wording in between the stuff looks a little cheaply made. It doesn't exactly match well. It's a lot of the same footage and everything. Hey, what's going on, Movie Files? But the blue screen in between there with the font very much looks generic. So looking at this, it does seem fake. And the reason it's fake, and if we jump over to this other website, let me pull that back up. If we jump back over to comic book, whatever, the CBR.com, they're saying that it's fake. It's a fan creation. It's obviously fake. People reached out to Disney saying that, hey, is this real? Is this not real? Disney reps apparently came out and said, yes, it's fake. And the reason so is it does look very cheaply made. 2 is apparently there is this deal with HBO where HBO has the streaming rights of this movie, apparently. So if they're going to throw it on streaming, HBO apparently gets the movie, so it wouldn't go to Disney+. And then 3rd, apparently in the contract of Fox before they sold it off to Disney, the Fox movies have to have a theatrical run. So right there, looking at the 3 things right now, this September 4th date is more than likely fake. But follow me here, and I'm going to ask you at the end if you think that this promo is fake, if you think it's real, which one is it going to be? So those are the 3 reasons it's fake. But there's a reason that it might be real. And it's right here is if we jump over to this other website, which has a bunch of pop-ups that I need to block and whatnot. So Comic-Con is coming up, and they have a panel for the New Mutants. The New Mutants, which has been around for 3 years, which I did a trailer reaction in 2017 to, is having a panel at Comic-Con. Now, what the hell are they going to talk about at Comic-Con on this panel? With this release, too, of this footage, in this article, it is claiming that some of the footage and some of the wording is actually new footage and new wording. So how is there new footage and new audio in this fake ad that Disney is saying fake, but there's a Comic-Con panel coming up? So there's evidence against it. There's the contracts, there's the fact that it looks very cheaply made, and no one else has proven that it's real or not. But then there's all this evidence of new footage, new audio, a Comic-Con panel this week. Which way do you guys lean? Because I know that Disney could be sneaky and somehow have paid out the contracts, so the contracts of HBO and this exclusive streaming to to theatrical, like they have to have a theatrical run before it can go to streaming. I don't know. Which way do you guys think? I honestly think that Disney is fooling us and they're going to drop this on streaming September 4th. I mean, that does look very cheaply made, thrown together. I could make that in 5 minutes. You give me enough time to do that. But the thing is, it's newer footage. So I'm curious on what the hell is what's happening with this. Do you guys think that this September 4th fake trailer type thing, I'll throw that up again for you guys to make a judgment call. Do you guys think that this is real? This is fake? What do you guys have to say? There it is. There's the real fake thing. Some people are saying it's real. Some people are saying that, yes, in fact, New Mutants was shot in 1897. Yes. Yeah, I know that Disney bought Fox, but the thing is, before they had made that deal, Fox has a deal in their contract that there was exclusive rights for streaming and exclusive rights for whether or not where their movies go, essentially. So who knows? It does look cheap. Some of you guys, I think it's fake. I think it's fake. I think it's real. Fake. LOL. I don't know, man. The thing is, the skeptic in me, the conspiracy theory in me, I want to believe that this is real. But looking at it, it seems very goofy and very fake, because even when they throw the dates up and those wording in between, it is such a quick cut and like there's not enough time to essentially take in that streaming, and the streaming looks very goofy. Let's see here. Ryan from What Were You Watching has to say, it's a pretty real looking trailer, but yes, the titles look temp, maybe a leak. So yeah, maybe that's the case, is what we got there is just a template. It's something that shouldn't have been released because someone is recording it through their phone. So like, would someone make a fake trailer, then record it from their phone and put it online? Sure, someone might, because everyone has a lot of time right now. But I don't know. I'm curious, because we will find out. You know what? We will find out whether or not this is real or fake at that New Mutants Comic-Con panel or whatever that's coming up later this week. So Tenet news, New Mutants news, which actually dives us right into the Comic-Con from home. But before I jump over to that, let's see what you guys are saying about the New Mutants. Cody has to, sorry, Mark Escobar has to say it's fake because I think it's going to be released on streaming after the panel. That's what I would do in advertising. Yeah, no, that's kind of what I was thinking too, is like, use that panel, use that advertisement, use that visual or the platform essentially to show people. Cody has to say, I really hope it's real. I just want to watch that damn movie. Yes. Same footages. It's a trick, Jared. Disney didn't make an official announcement. Yes. Yeah, Aja, that's true. A lot of the stuff, it's all rumor. It's all rumor right now. No one knows. But there's evidence that it's fake, and there's evidence or there's inklings that something's amiss, something's afoot. So that actually brings us over into our final topic before we round this biatch up. Comic-Con from home. So Comic-Con from home, since, you know, the pandemic and everything is upon us right now, Comic-Con, first time it's ever been canceled or postponed, or there's been an issue essentially. Comic-Con from home. They're still running all of the panels. There's a bunch of cool stuff that's still going on. And I'll cover some of the cool stuff that they got going on. But this year, Comic-Con, the big convention, it's all going to be online. So you can still check out all of the exhibitors. You can buy a bunch of merch. There's a ton of panels. And this starts on July 22nd, which, what, is that tomorrow? Yeah, so Comic-Con from home starts tomorrow. Over 350 panels. That's insane. And all of the streaming of these panels will be on the official Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con YouTube channel. And then also IGN will stream roughly 34 other of those panels. So yeah, lots of panels. If you guys want some nerd culture, some cool stuff for these panels, I'm gonna let you guys know which ones are coming out. But yeah, it's all of the Comic-Con, it's just from home this year, which is cool. Who knows if we'll get some big announcements, some small ones. We have that New Mutants one, but the one panels that I wrote down that are kind of must-see or some bigger ones, the New Mutants. The New Mutants panel is on Thursday, July 23rd at 2 p.m. Pacific time, which I don't know if I have it listed down here. Yeah, I don't think I have. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I'm gonna scroll through these for some of the panels. There's a Star Trek one if people are interested in that. Solar Opposites. But this is the one. The New Mutants one is at 5 o'clock. Well, it depends what time you are. This is apparently at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So I think that all of this time is probably gonna be in Eastern time. But yeah. Cool panels. It's all going to be streamed from YouTube or on YouTube. Check that out. The New Mutants, that's one I'm definitely going to check out. I know that they have a Bill and Ted Face the Music one on Saturday, July 25th. I know that you can go to the actual Comic-Con website, and they have a big list of all of the panels, exclusive merch, a bunch of cool stuff. Yeah, Bill and Ted Face the Music is on Saturday. The Boys on Amazon, that will be on Thursday, July 23rd as well. It looks like Upload we have. Bunch of fun stuff. The Walking Dead. Really, depending on kind of what you're into, they kind of have a panel or some information on some of the new shows like Netflix. I think Marvel and a lot of the bigger stuff, bigger studios essentially, are not going to this. They're stepping away, but it could be a thing. Who knows? Maybe we'll get an exclusive trailer from one of these movies, which I'd be down for. I mean, I'm going to keep a close eye on some of this stuff and check out some of these panels. If I can watch it from the comfort of my own couch, you know, wearing PJs or no pants at all, I'm excited for it, especially the New Mutants one. That's the one I'm checking out. But I did do a little diving, and there are some kind of smaller niche panels, and one of them that really jumped out at me, it's called Building a Geek Brand, Surviving a Pandemic, and it takes place on Thursday, July 23rd at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Again, look up your specific times on what time it is going on. Apparently this one is how to like kind of build a Patreon, how to become a cosplayer, how to start a business, how to get interested in the business part of everything of building a geek brand. So if anyone's looking to, you know, maybe start a YouTube channel panel, cosplay, anything geek related and don't know where to start, I would advise checking this one out. I am definitely going to check this one out for sure. And I know some of you guys in the chat are asking, if you miss a panel, can you watch it anytime? I would assume so. I am assuming that all of these are going to be backlogged and posted on their official YouTube channel. Don't quote me, I don't know for sure, but I would assume so, because I don't know. It could be a thing where it's just boom, you got to be there. You don't watch it, you miss it. But I know that people have a lot of other things going on. But yeah, Comic-Con from home. I like how they're finding a way to get around everything that's happening right now. And go to their website. They have a bunch of cool stuff announcing or kind of outlining all of the different panels, all of the announcements, everything like that, over on YouTube as well. Follow their channel, turn on notifications. Comic-Con from home. So I think that that's really cool. Really cool indeed. What do you guys think of Comic-Con at home? Are you guys going to check out some of the panels? Let me know in the chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yeah, should be, hopefully the panels you should be able to check out. Yeah, Keanu Reeves is going to be, he will be on the Bill and Ted one. I looked that one up. He will be there. The boys, all of the cast, I think, or a lot of the cast is going to be on that panel as well. And I think, I'm curious, they'll probably do it through Zoom, so everyone's going to be on a Zoom call for that. I'm having a panel. Yeah, Jacob Anders, turn into his panel. I don't know what time. Jacob, let us know in the chat what time your panel is. But it sounds like he is having a panel to properly fluff your pillow before bedtime. I'm glad that his chat didn't actually send how to properly fluff, because that would have been a completely different panel. That one is on Saturday, actually. So how to fluff is a different panel. Comic-Con from home. Check it out this week. I'm sure we're going to get some cool trailers, some cool announcements. I'm sure I do a new show on Tuesdays, you know, this show. Every Wednesday, I feel like we always get more news. So Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, I'm sure this week we'll get some cool news. So stay tuned for all of that stuff for sure. Let's jump out of here. Transition. Okay, so that is Comic-Con from home. Let's get into the closing portions of the show with the fun section that I always like to do, is the movie spotlight. And let's see if I didn't upload a new one this week, that's on me. So without further ado, into the movie spotlight. Alright, guys and gals, we are in the movie spotlight portion of JBuck Live, the part of the show where I pick a movie that more people need to see, a personal favorite, a hidden gem, or a completely obscure one I just watched. And this week, hold on, before we get into that, Jacob does say at 25 o'clock on Tuesday is his panel. And then also, Skull Queen is asking, how do you fluff? I will let you know on Saturday at my panel how to fluff Skull Queen, so stay tuned for that. Let's jump over here, though, for... This week in the spotlight is one of my favorite films. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Love this movie. Fantastic movie. If you haven't checked it out, it's awesome. Some people say it's kind of almost the framework of Chinatown. I've never seen Chinatown, but I love the mixture of live action and 2D animation, where they even get some Disney properties in here. And Bob Hoskins is great. Obviously, Roger Rabbit and him have to team up, and it's a detective story. Really, really fun. But then, you know, you have great other characters. Christopher Lloyd is in here as Judge Doom, I believe. And that was something that scared the bejesus out of me. Him and the coyote, or the dogs or whatever. It's not coyotes. It's hyenas? I don't know. Someone will correct me what the heck animals they are, a dog or something. But man, this movie is so absolutely weird and cool. And yeah, Robert Zemeckis, yeah, Dorito Chip Gamer, absolutely agree. He is fantastic in this movie. And the thing is, I wanted to include some behind the scenes footage. If you ever look this up on how they made this movie, it is fascinating, the things that they did, just kind of little tiny things where a coat is maybe blowing in the wind, or a coat is grabbed by one of the 2D animation or animated characters, and they show you behind the scenes of how they actually filmed that and made the character move and whatnot. It is one of those movies that I think was way ahead of its time. It's really cool. It's frightening if you watch it as a kid, but it's just so cool how they were able to seamlessly, honestly, I feel like they combine the 2D animation and the live action so well together. And yeah, really cool. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? What do you guys think of that in the chat? Have you watched this one? Do you love it? Do you not like it? Did it scare the crap out of you? Did the eyeballs at the end and him getting run over by the steamroller? Let me know in the chat. Let's see here. Jen didn't Robert Zemeckis is a great actor or director. Yes, I loved. Mark says he loved Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, yes. What I didn't know was the voice actor was a comedian. Yep. Let's see here. Did you know? I'm assuming Bob Hoskins' character was supposed to be played by Bill Murray, and then he didn't get back to them and offered it to Harrison Ford. Wow. No, I didn't know that. Mark always coming through with the crazy fun movie trivia and everything like that. Smart guy. Thank you, Mark. But yeah, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That is going to make this week's JBuck Spotlight. JBuck Movie Spotlight. So let's jump out of this section. All right, peoples, we are out of that. That was the JBuck Spotlight part that some of you guys love the sounder. Some of you guys hate the sounder, but you know what? That's part of the show. Anyways, though, we're going to wrap this sumbitch up. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out, watching. Yes, Jessica Rabbit. Whew, Jessica Rabbit, indeed. But no, thank you guys for hanging out. I don't know what I have planned next week for the show. I might do something fun, might do something different. I know that there's a couple commercials I need to get to. I have them scripted out. I just got to record them. But for things that are coming up on my channel, SoCo Show, I will be, not on my channel, but I will be on the SoCo Show this week. Once again, check out their podcast. Awesome people, very good friends. Movies and Nonsense, I am recording a brand new episode this week, which will be out next Monday. Right after this, I have to finish another review for Fear City, a limited series dropping tomorrow morning. And then this weekend, hopefully, I will have an Amulet review which is a VOD movie, along with Amulet Ending Explained. And then every weekend now, Saturday or Sunday, really depending on what time I have available, I will be doing live Q&As here on the channel, and I'm hoping to start inviting guests on as well to hang out with them, ask us questions, anything and everything like that. Yes, Film Speak, Griff from Film Speak is in here. Yes, true music indeed. Anyways, though, everyone, that is JBuck Live. Those are the fun things that are coming the next couple days. Again, I got to go edit some bullshit after this. But thank you so much for watching. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to hit the outro, and I'm going to go make myself some tacos because I am hungry. So without further ado, guys, that's JBuck Live, and we'll see you guys next week.